Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Crypto Kip, and today we're going to be talking about some of the biggest stories that have been happening in crypto. As of late, Michael Saylor recently stepped down as CEO from MicroStrategies, and he was one of the biggest hodlers of Bitcoin for that company. Now, MicroStrategies is still holding their Bitcoin, and they're hodling on for dear life, and Michael Saylor has no intentions to sell. Another story, Solana had a big hack. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, but some of the top stories for today, we're going to look at some of these exchanges. We're going to look at Coinbase, FTX, and of course, Crypto.com, Cronos. Three great stories I want to bring your way. These are three of the powerhouses that are still staying very, very strong. Recently, there's been some FUD about Coinbase. This article flips that FUD story on its head. Very bullish news I wanted to share with you guys today, so stick around. I got a couple stories to share with you guys here today. If you haven't done so already, make sure you smash your like button, subscribe to the channel, and also if you like free money and you want to make a trade out in crypto, take advantage. I got a link in the description down below where you guys can sign up for FEMEX. You can do a trade and you can have up to $4,100 ready for you if you do want to open up a trade on FEMEX. So check that one out if you didn't do so already. Without further ado, let's hop into the charts. So crypto and Bitcoin still sticking right around that $1 trillion threshold. We're going to refresh the page just in case. So yeah, about $1 trillion. Right now, Solana is the #1 trending coin. I have an idea of possibly why. I'll show you in a second. Bitcoin at 22.6 and Ethereum at 1,600. Bitcoin dominance and Ethereum dominance just kind of sitting right in that same spot right there. So the markets are a little bit stagnant right now. Nothing horrible going on, nothing great going on. There's been there's been a lot of really bad news here in the beginning of the month, as I'm sure you've seen, but we have still stayed above 21,000, above 20,000 for sure, and we were trading at $24,000 Bitcoin for a long period of time here. And one of the recent stories that was pretty negative was some of the FUD that came out about Solana, and the network did go down, and that was true. And they had some issues, and there was a big the network's gone down quite a few times, and there was recently a big risk with one of their wallets that caused some thievery from some of the wallets that were connected to Solana, and there was a very big story that came out on that. So basically, Solana ended up getting backed by FTX. So FTX chief Sam Bankman-Fried is officially backing Solana a day after this major exploit. And as they go into it, here's his explanation. And honestly, it's a pretty good one. And I have two thoughts on this. So here's his quote. Any blockchain would have broken trying to do what Solana had done. This was a way for it to figure out what needed to be refined, pushing the boundaries to see what breaks is what other blockchains should be doing, is what Sam Bankman-Fried wrote. Also saying this is a good example of how something can be underrated. A random dApp gets compromised and is blamed on the underlying blockchain. To be clear, no core or internal infrastructure had any issues. It was just a single third-party application that some people use. So that's what that story was. And you know what? Everybody takes it and they run with it, and Solana's main platform is still good. The underlying blockchain for Solana is still good. Now, there have been some blackouts on Solana, so he doesn't really address that. But there was a dApp, and that's, it's called Nomad. That's the name of the dApp, and that's the problem here for anybody that lost money recently on the Solana network. Now, Sam Bankman-Fried probably does like Solana, but also you got to look and say that he's in a part of a crypto exchange, and he doesn't really want trading volume to go away from Solana, so maybe he wants people to hold it. Maybe it's in his best interest to tell people that there's no problem with Solana. So you got to think of it that way, but I do believe Sam Bankman-Fried here in this particular example, and I do think Solana is a good project, but it has been kind of scary the way that it's been getting attacked lately with the FUD, but it's still staying strong. Another project that's gotten attacked lately because of some FUD. Oh, and let's look at this. Before that, look at this. The recent exploits are, this is all Nomad. It's $200 million. Look at that. Versus on the Solana wallet, there's like nothing. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely minuscule. The actual project is good. Nomad is what the problems were. So that's important to point out. Another story that's come out lately is some FUD on Coinbase, where Coinbase, first of all, Cathie Wood sold a lot of her Coinbase shares lately, and that was some FUD. Also, lately, there's been stories about the SEC basically coming after Coinbase and suing against some of its potential coin listings. That was something they were looking at. So that was some negative news. Well, guess what? Now, all of a sudden, Coinbase shares soaring 10% today in a boost from the meme traders, which is a funny statement, Blackrock crypto deal. So the story goes is that Blackrock is now going to allow its investors to trade Bitcoin through Coinbase. So working with Coinbase, they struck a deal where basically BlackRock wants to give exposure to their clients to crypto, and Coinbase is their outlet to do it. So they struck a deal, and that basically means BlackRock just got into crypto in a big way, and their investors are getting into crypto. Now, in case you don't know this, BlackRock is one of the largest financial groups in the world, largest real estate portfolio in the world. They are absolutely massive. BlackRock is so big. They have ownership over so many companies, and trillions of dollars run through BlackRock. So if 1% of the volume in this company's portfolio gets into crypto, that would have a huge impact, let alone 10%. So let's see exactly what pans out. But this is a huge story for crypto, and also a huge story for Coinbase, because they've been hurting lately with some of the negative news about them. But this, having BlackRock vouching for them and partnering up, man, that is a great story for Coinbase. And I'm sure that the team over at Coinbase is very excited to see this group. So that's some good bullish news in light of some of the FUD we've had lately. Also, I love Crypto.com, and here's an article by CNBC and talking about Crypto.com, and specifically talking about it's easier than ever to buy crypto with a credit card. But here's what you need to know first. And so they go on in this article and they talk about, by the way, Crypto.com celebrated that it had 10 million users in like 2020 or 2019. Well, they're up to 50 million users now. Crypto.com, a Singapore-based cryptocurrency exchange platform, is allowing 50 million users to begin purchasing crypto on its app using a debit card or a credit card connected to Google Pay. So Google Pay has a partnership now where they're going to allow this to happen, and they figured it out. Crypto.com did a great job here. I've got my bank account directly connected to Crypto.com. I like it that way, but also using Google Pay would be great. Now, there is a small transaction fee, just like when you pay with any credit card, and they highlight that in this article, but there is, credit card processing fee. So, and then of course the warning that they give, and here's the downside, is like, it's common sense, don't invest more money off your credit card than you can actually afford, right? That's all they're saying. Don't buy too much crypto with borrowed money. Really, I don't buy crypto with borrowed money ever. I mean, unless I'm like, leverage trading. By the way, if you do want to leverage trade, you take advantage of the link in the description down below. Leverage trading is one thing, but I'm not ever using my credit card to buy crypto. It's just not something I like to do. So I use my bank account. I connect it directly. But this is a great story because, it's getting easier and easier to break down the barrier to how you and me can buy crypto. Square is a big part of crypto. Venmo is offering crypto. Robinhood's offering crypto. Everybody and their brothers offering crypto. Crypto.com, you can buy it with credit card. You can see here, Solana staying strong. And then also Coinbase actually getting a boost. And this is going to be a lot of crypto adoption that comes from this Blackrock crypto deal. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to bring a lot of big money investors into the space. Anybody that's partnered with Blackrock, this just gave crypto a lot of credibility. So coming into the next bull run, this is going to help us out big time, guys. I think that there's no doubt Bitcoin will pass $100,000 in the next bull run. And if that doesn't happen, I will be just shocked beyond belief. And I think there's a chance we could blast past 200,000 at the rate of this adoption that we've been seeing in crypto. It's getting easier and easier. More and more folks are going to start buying these crypto, guys. So stay posted. I got 3 videos coming at you guys every single day. I will not stop. We got 1 long video, 2 shorts. I also want to make sure, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with our latest and greatest content. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in today. That is all I got. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, you gotta remember to DCA, hodl, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody.